Hi Sagis, how are you guys doing? Welcome to Sagittarius Tarot and another daily oracle reading. How are you doing today? I love you so much. This is the 14th of November 2023. And so let's see what this day holds for us. Okay. So today is the 14/11/2023. Now let's reduce all that to first a double digit and then a second digit. That's 1 plus 4 plus 1 plus 1 plus 2 plus 2 plus 3 equals 14. Beautiful. I love the number 14. And as I said, this month is very, very pivotal and important for all of you. Not just because it's around your birthday month, but this is also because it's a very specific and unique date. This November 23 in particular, every time, if you notice, we're calculating, we're getting the same number, and that doesn't happen. You know? So throughout this whole month, it seems like, let's say if we're 14th of November today, if we calculate 14 plus 11 plus 2023, we get 14 again. So that's 14, 14. Before that, we got 13, 13, 12, 12, 11, 11, 10, 10. This is like really, this does not occur a lot, right? And so that is really special and an important month full of major things for you. So yeah. Second, I really love the number 14. It feels karmic. It feels like a message directly from the universe. It feels otherworldly. It feels spiritual. I love it. I love it. And so number 14 is like a number, a combination of like 1 and 4. 1 is the original creation, the new birth, creative energy, all that. 4 is stability, security, etc. And so together, combined, they mean hope. This is a message of hope. So whether you're going through a crisis of faith, and this number or this day is here to give you the hope needed, whether you're tired, whether you're depressed, whether you're going through something, whether you failed again for the millionth time, whatever it is, right? This is a message of hope. But also on the positive note, this could also be you feeling also hopeful towards achieving even more. So if you're already like, you know, things are lining up for you, things are good, things are flowing, and you have hope to expand and reach higher levels and level up, this is also another message that, yeah, hope is here. I am loving this. There is hope after all, right? There is hope. There is hope for you, there is hope for me, there is hope for humanity, there is hope for Earth, there is hope for everything. Lovely. Okay. Now, as I said, if we combine number 1 and number 4, that makes it number 5, right? 1 plus 4 equals 5. And 5 is usually a number associated with creative passions, hobbies, children, birth, the creativity, you know, fun times, even sometimes casual sex, hookup, whatever, right? Like all of these fun, light things that come after stability are number 5, right? That's why also, let's say you get a home, number 5, and then you have the kids, number 4, and then you have the kids, number 5, etc. So really it's a number that embodies the byproduct of 1, 2, 3, 4. And essentially number 5 day is, specifically today, is a day that is calling you to have vitality towards life. And so let's combine these two numbers to see what that means. So I was talking about 14, which was hope, right? And 1 plus 4 equals 5 gives vitality toward life. So whatever you're going through, today you're going to either read something, hear something, see something, feel something, I don't know. It is maybe someone will do something for you. Whatever it is, right? You're going to feel uplifted and empowered and supported. And as if you were going through something that made you forget your zest for life, or your energy for life, or your optimistic outlook or your hope. You're going through something, right? And then this happens, today happens, right? Whatever that goes on within it. And then suddenly there is hope, number 14, towards finding again that vitality towards life, number 5. Whether you found it today, right? Or whether you felt the hope that you will and you're on your way there, it is both valid. Because life, after all, is, we're here on earth, we are souls, incarnated in these bodies, and we are made to live. And so all our senses scream to us to live and to embrace this journey. And, in all of its glory, in its pains and its sorrows, in its joys and its ecstasy, in its wealth and its poverty, in its energy, in its highs and its lows, in its manic moment and depressed moment, all of this is the richness of the fabric of life on earth, before we ascend. So that is really beautiful. What a beautiful message for today. Okay. And so, given this message, I'm going to be choosing for you your daily oracle card from the Keepers of Light. So let's see which card from the Keepers of the Light you will get. Wow. Bridget. Inner strength. Okay. This card does not have a number on it, right? So this gives us more emphasis on the message that we just talked about. So number 14, hope. Number 5, vitality toward life. And so before we dive deeper into the messages, first of all, if you have a red hair lady in your life that is of important significance, maybe this reading is going to resonate even more. Doesn't always have to be tied to the appearance. This could be a fiery lady, right? Like with a lot of passion and a lot of nurturing energy, right? Fire-wise though, like not emotionally, more like, she gives you life. Or this could be you. All right. Okay. So before we start analyzing all of this, let us read first what is written on the card. And it says, Bridget, inner strength, move back to wholeness. Recognize that you have the power. So, Bridget, I don't know, I cannot not see the word rigid in it and Bridget. So this may be not to be too stiff, not to be too tunnel vision, not to be too focused. This is a time for you, obviously, of major changes. So it is very important and imperative for you to, be flexible and adaptable. We need to be more like a rubber band rather than a stiff, metal rod in order to handle pressure, right? Of course, we all have our limits. It would break at some point, but this will give you better, equipment for your soul to go through all these very, very major changes that I'm talking about in this month. And so inner strength is really a very beautiful message to go along with today's energy, which was talking about having getting that hope again, finding that hope again towards feeling vitality for life. And how fitting, right? You get Bridget, inner strength. Inner strength really talks about all that strength and power that we have within us, within our souls, to help us go through obstacles, challenges, difficult circumstances, on all levels, right? So whether this is on a physical level, like a sickness or something, or a disease, whether this is an emotional breakup, or losing someone, or being separated from someone, right? Or it could be all of these things, right? Have the inner strength to go through it, whether this is a financial crisis, that you're going through, or whether this is, it could be also, you had a lot on your mind, so this is a mental, thing that you're going through, whether, you name it, like, right? So whatever it is, you can share it with me down in the comments. So whatever it is, you've got the inner strength for it. And so moving on the spectrum, on the positive sides, for those of you who like changes are all about leveling up, then rather like, finding just the light. That means also that, let's say, if you're here and you're in life, right? Whether this is a relationship, whether this is a family, whether this is a business, whether this is a job, whether this is like you, right? Self-development and all that. This talks about having really the inner power to achieve the goals you set for yourself. Like, you don't know how strong you are until you see what you're gonna go through and you're gonna achieve it, right? And because this is really like a fire energy. The red hair symbolizes fire. The flame here next to the heart is fire. This is you, Saggy. This is your inner strength. Your fire is going. And if you notice, Bridget, the background is green, right? And it reflects the eyes. So this means also you're in tune with nature and your fire is natural. And there is some sort of like, if you look at the facial expression and of also how the hair cascades down and on that pattern, I don't know if that's Irish or whatnot. There is like the demeanor, right, of the body language and everything, that it feels like you are like you have so much power that it doesn't even look like you're making an effort to have all that inner strength. You really are a strong person and you strike others beautifully. And maybe you don't, also part of your inner strength, maybe like when people see you or interact with you, they don't know how much you're going through or how much you're like, that's how much you're strong, right? Like, you carry all that load alone, you carry it beautifully. And I'm loving this for you. And there's two messages within it. Of course, I'm going to read the affirmation to see which one we're going to focus on from the whole card. But here on the card, it says, like, move back to wholeness and recognize that you have the power. So recognize that you have the power means having awareness of that power, right? Like remembering, tapping into that, like finding that hope again. Moving back to wholeness means like somewhere along the line, your fire got dimmed because one of the elements like was not balanced. So maybe you weren't taking good care of your mental health, you weren't taking care of your body, you weren't taking care of your emotions, you weren't taking care of your spirit, or like whatever it is, right? We talked about the triangles the other day. And so this is like moving back to nurturing all these sides, right? To taking good care of yourself, of your looks, of your body, of your mind, of your soul, of your everything. And yeah, I also like can see these two star-like like illustrations. There's a lot of symmetry too in this card. Like there's symmetry here. This is very like, it feels to me like Libra energy. So without going too much into, astrology, of course, this could be talking about Libra ascendant and stuff like that. But yeah, I just got evoke of that. Because in my readings, I'd like to focus more on, energy that can be applied to everyone without naming specific things. But yeah, okay. There's also like the color blue that they chose for this card, the illustrator. And so, all this blue and green, for me, it feels very calm, the blue also, to tone down the energy. And so like, it's very balanced. There's a lot of balance. This feels like justice is going to be served too, right? Not only Libra energy, Libra is the scales anyhow. So this really reminds me of like justice somehow. And with the colors, how they're distributed, with the demeanor, with everything. So whatever it is, whatever's going on, it's going to be for your greater good, right? Okay, so let me read for you one of the affirmations associated with this card and repeat with me 3 times to invoke that energy. I have come a long way since I began this journey. I have come a long way since I began this journey. I have come a long way since I began this journey. Beautiful affirmation. I love this because this focuses on gratitude, right? And on you taking a moment. And so that's moving back to wholeness. It's like taking a moment to recognize all that journey. So whether you're sharing your journey with someone else, or you're sitting alone with your thoughts and remembering it, or you're looking at pictures, or you're retelling what happened, whatever it is that helps you, remember it back or piece back together to look at everything you've been going through, it's very important. And so that's why sharing is important too, because it will make you realize how long it was, right? Sometimes that's why pictures are important, because you can look back and you can see, wow, I've had all that journey, it was really long. And so what does that give you is that from the beginning point of the journey, A, to the end of the journey, Z, or whatever, and all the letters in the middle, you will see really how long and how far you have come since you started this journey, whatever that journey is. So you should be really proud of yourself and be grateful. You are who you are because of what happened. And you cannot get more strong than this. And so the fact that recounting that journey, looking back at that journey, seeing where you are today, feeling all those feelings, is what will move you back to wholeness, and it will light up your fire again, and you're gonna tap into your inner strength, and suddenly, hope, right? I love this. Okay, now let's discover me and you. One of the random daily codes that I pick for you, and see how they fit in with today's reading. By the way, let me know down in the comments below if you love this part of the reading, the codes. I've been doing it since the beginning, but I don't know if if it's, I think it adds a lot, and I love how it ties sometimes to the reading, but I'm just, wondering if you like it and everything. So let's see what you get. Okay, beautiful. So it's a quote from Khalil Gibran, and it says, let there be spaces in your togetherness, and let the winds of the heaven dance between you. Let there be spaces in your togetherness, and let the winds of the heaven dance between you. What a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful quote. I love this. First of all, it really feels tied up energetically to this smooth, calm, collected energy that we got here. So this talks about, let's say, first, whether we're talking family relationships, romantic relationships, platonic relationships, business relationships, any partnership or relationship dynamic, right? This talks about, at the end of the day, you have to remember that if individual A and individual B are always individual. So as much as there's a lot of words that says we are one and we're one, we become one, we unite one. For me, the way I see it is yeah, we are one because we're made from the same fabric, we're connected through the universe. Sometimes we can unite, and whether it's through emotions, shared experiences, sex, acts of kindness, whatever it is, right? These are just moments, but we're not there all the time, right? We're not glued. We don't become one. So the way I see it is your individual A, your individual B, sometimes also you meet in the middle, right? There's things you share, and the things you share are where my fingers are interlocked, but there will still be part of you who is just you, right? And that part remains the other person. And so that's what, healthy boundaries look like, right? Because if two individuals really smoosh together so bad, it's gonna end up exploding, right? You know this, I think. So this talks about it, right? Let there be spaces in your togetherness, right? Just like atoms, and electrons and all that, like matter in general, right? Is not touching. If you look at a macro, nano level, nothing is touching. There's always space between any element, electrons, neutrons, atoms, life itself. Even solid objects like these are not, if you look, take a nano microscope, whatever, and look to this, it's made of elements that are not touching. There's spaces in between them, and relationships are the same because we mimic nature, and we are all made from the same fabric of the stars at the end of the day, right? Even you, like, this is not, the same. So let there be spaces in your togetherness, and let the winds of the heaven dance between you. This is like a poetic way to say of like, well, the winds of heavens for me would be like life and things and circumstances and the beautiful of how things unfold, even when they don't make sense, how sometimes a fight can be instrumental into doing something, how choices, decisions, feeling, emotions, all of these, it's a dance. It's the dance of life, right? Like we said, through its highs and lows, pains and sorrows and beautiful moments and joys and losses and gains and all of that. Dance between you, and that's how beautiful it will be. Also, this can be applied throughout everything. This can also like talk about, like, when we have someone that ascended already, and so between you and their soul, like, this is why they say they watch over you, because between you and your soul, there's always like, there's the winds of heaven that is dancing between you, even if you both exist in two different planes or worlds. What a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful energy. I love this for you, Sagittarius, a lot. There is hope, and you will find vitality toward life today, or you're on your way. I love this for you. Stay blessed, aligned, and connected, my lovely Saggies. I love you so, so much. Thank you for liking my video. It shows me that you appreciate it. Thank you for your subscription. This is how you support me. If you didn't subscribe yet, please do. And thank you for sharing my video with your friends on your social media platform. Share word of mouth and asking people to subscribe to my channel. This helps me, also tap into hope to get the vitality toward life, to do these readings. What else? Thank you for your comments, of course. I love when you share your experiences with me and how the readings resonate, and anything you need to add from your personal experiences, whatever you're going through. And so that helps me get to know you, connect with you, and also, show up for you just like you're showing up for me. So thank you for that. I love you so much. And thank you for watching till the end.